नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये. In the story of Krishna Dut, Krishna has finished his afternoon discussion with Kunti. He's heard her break down and weep and claim, is there anybody as sad as me and as Durbhagyam as me, and what all my children had to suffer and what Draupadi had to suffer and what I had to suffer, and is it worth living and what is it and all that. And finally I told her, Attai, you are actually very fortunate. There's no lady as fortunate as you. He turned the record. And then he assured her that all will be well, and he left her and went from there. And we said he went to Duryodhana's palace. That's where we stopped. Duryodhana had, of course, had a huge palace, well guarded. But then he had given word. So when Krishna walked into the palace gates, no guard stopped him. He walked in. Not that Duryodhana was there at the gate to welcome him. He was not. Krishna walked in and there were several prakarams that he had to cross, like you have in temples nowadays, big temples, Arunachaleshwara temple or another temple, Meenakshi Amman temple, several prakarams to cross. So he crossed 3 prakarams, massive. And then he found the inside palace, beautiful, cloud-touching, supremely beautiful palace of Duryodhana, touching the clouds of Duryodhana. Krishna entered and he saw Duryodhana, Karna and Shakuni waiting for him. Whenever such a formidable person has to be encountered, then the top people from this organization tend to be together. So they are there. Shakuni, Duryodhana and Karna. They are all 3 together. Krishna is coming. Of course, yeah, they are all well thought it out. So Duryodhana offered proper welcome, Argyam, Padyam and all that to Sri Krishna. Evening time, well prepared. And he told Sri Krishna, this is the day of courtesy call. They're not going to discuss anything. He's just dropping in. So he invited Krishna for a dinner, feast. The feast has been prepared for you, please join us. Sri Krishna said, no, I can't join you for this feast. He declined the offer. Obviously, when Sri Krishna declined the offer, Duryodhana was quite upset. You don't decline the offer of the king of the land. Still, for all practical purposes, Duryodhana is the king or the prince. You don't decline. It's not etiquette to decline when you come or dropping in. So he declined the offer. He said no. So Vyasa says Duryodhana started speaking to Sri Krishna first sweetly, but slowly his voice became rough. And he wanted to know why Sri Krishna has declined his hospitality. He said, "Oh Madhava, you are supposed to be equally inclined to both sides, Pandavas or us. Tell me on what basis have you refused my hospitality?" Sri Krishna smiled and said, "Oh Bharata, as a messenger, as a Duta, in which role I have come here, Dharma is that I will accept your hospitality only when my mission is accomplished and not before that." It happens. Duryodhana said, no, 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 I don't expect to accept all this explanation. Your conduct is not correct, it's not appropriate. There's no way I'll accept all this. Krishna, we have no enmity towards you personally, and you have no enmity towards us personally. And so, when I am offering you hospitality in the proper manner, in proper vidhi, you should have accepted. What you did is not right. What you are doing by refusing my hospitality is not dharma. And his voice was rough, far rougher than what I am saying. Then Krishna looked at him and he laughed. And he told Duryodhana, he said, Naham kaman na samrambhan, na dveshan arthakaranat, na hetuvadan lobhadvad, dharme jahyam kathanchana. Naham kaman, he says, oh Duryodhana, either due to desire, kaman, or due to dvesha, hostility, or due because of arthakarana, because of some money matter, or because of hetuvadana, bahana, for some excuse reason, or because of greed, or any such reason, I never give up dharma. Don't tell me I am committing a dharma. I will not do it. It is not in me. I will not do it. Sampriti bhojyanyannani apad bhojyani vai punah न च शेषम न च संप्रीयसे राजन न चैवा यद्गता vayam. O king, O Rajan, O king, to Duryodhana. Sampriti bhojyananyani. There are two reasons by which a man will accept a person's hospitality. One, if it is offered with affection and love, it can be accepted. Two, if the person accepting the hospitality is in some distress or danger, there's a problem. So he has to accept the hospitality that is offered to him. Then again it can be accepted. Now in the matter under consideration, nacha sampriyase Rajan. You do not have affection for us. And two, nachaiva yadgata vayam. We are not in any distress or danger. Vayam. Vayam, he says not I, he says we. We is here includes the Pandavas, everybody. None of us is in any danger out here. I am come as a duta. And you are not offering this feast in any token of affection. Any question? Right. And O king, forget the fact that you don't have affection towards us, you have dvesham towards the Pandavas. For no reason at all, you loathe the Pandavas. And know this, yasman dveshti, yastan dveshti, samam dveshti. He who hates the Pandavas, he hates me. Yastananu samamanu. He who is an ally of the Pandavas is my ally. Ekatmyam mam gatam vidhi pandavai dharmacharibihi. Know this, that with the dharmishtas Pandavas, I, Sri Krishna, ekatmyam mam gatam vidhi. I become one with them. You cannot think of me as apart from the Pandavas now. Dvishadannam na bhoktavyam, dvishannam naiva bhojayet, Pandavan dvishate rajan, mama prana hi Pandavaha. The old wisdom, O king. Dvishadannam na bhoktavyam. Don't eat the food of a person who hates you. Dvishannam naiva bhojayet. And don't feed a person who hates you or whom you hate. And you, O king, hate the Pandavas. And the Pandavas, mama prana, they are my life. Your food, O king, your food, because he's speaking roughly, he says, your food, O king, is polluted. Your food is polluted with bad intention, durbhavana. It is not fit for me to eat. Only Vidura's food is suitable for me, not yours. Very clear. This is a fact. This is a reason why I have not accepted your hospitality. What does he say in Bhagavad Gita? Patram pushpam phalam toyam yome bhaktya prayachati tadaham bhaktyupahrutam ashnami prayatatmana. Whether it be a patram, a leaf, a flower, a fruit, or even water, if offered to me in devotion, that I partake. No need for a feast to be offered to Sri Krishna. Even a flower, a fruit, a leaf of water in devotion can be offered, in affection, in sincerity, it will be taken. But on the other hand, Duryodhana is offering with utter hatred towards Pandavas. It is polluted, he says. Food carries the mood of the person who prepares it. This is the problem. That's why so much emphasis is there on, although people, youngsters, and even people, I include myself in youngsters if you don't mind, don't understand this concept that people used to have, saying you must eat at home or you should not eat in the hotel if possible. Where can it's possible now? It can't. Or even more, Swayampakam, eat your own, cook your food and eat, which is something ladies can definitely do. Not a problem. Swayampakam, eat your own food. Because at least for yourself, you will not cook with anger, I think. Maybe you might cook with anger for everybody else. But for yourself, you'll quickly know what is it that you want to eat. Your mind, your tongue, your eyes, your nose, your hand, everything is in perfect unison. You know? You'll cook what you want and you eat it. It might just be a sandwich. That's exactly what you want. So that's fine. The mood and the and even in fact, they say the tendencies of the person who cooks gets into the food and then gets into the person who eats.